guys, and welcome to my FM18 mobile series, brand new series. First of all, I'd just like to apologise for the lack of content on my channel recently. Basically, my Liverpool series, that some of you might have seen, stopped abruptly. My phone got corrupted and I lost all my save data. It annoyed the pants off me and I just packed it in. I didn't go to start a new one. But I've decided I'm going to do a brand new series. It's with Rangers, and it's Steven Gerrards Rangers Road to Glory. Really looking forward to this one. Sure, some of you may know I am a Liverpool fan, big Stevie G fan. So, I want him to do really well in real life. He's signed some good players so far. I think he's got Ovie Ejaria on loan. So hopefully maybe we can look to get Ben Woodburn, which would be quite nice. Just so some of you guys know, all of this is all recorded on my phone, so I'm just going to apologise now for any shaky camera movements, or if my fingers go in front of the camera. I've got fat fingers, so they do get in the way. Right, what have we done so far? We'll go through the team in a minute. Decided on my team, decided on the lineup of what I want to do, decided on my tactic. It will probably change quite a lot during the series. We can change that together. If you've got any tips, let me know. If you know any players that you think would be good for the team to sign, let me know in the comments. Let's go through some of these emails. Firstly, so Rangers appoint Steven Gerrard as manager. Let's just start. Right, the board expect European qualification. I agreed for European qualification. I didn't press winners, purely because Celtic are leading the pack at the moment. However, we have got surprisingly quite a good team, full of good young talent. Obviously, if we can keep some of those, you never know. In a few years' time, we might get somewhere good. Backroom staff, that's just the scouting and what have you. Team report. Let's go through. Let's have a look over that quickly. Okay, so we've got a highly ambitious squad, very professional group of players, morale's good, team possess good pace, yada yada yada. Teams lacking good leadership, volatile group of players. There are a few things there that we need to address. Top potential targets. I haven't had a look at this yet. Benoit Suakoto, Stevie May. Yeah, a few good players. Asuakoto, he's 33 now, but he might be good still, especially if we can pick him up on the cheap. We'll see how it goes. Right, let's show you the tactics. What I've decided on, the lineup. So that's the lineup. We've got Wes Fondringham in goal, Declan John, left back, Ross McCorry, Cardozo at centre back, Taverner, Rossiter, Doherty, Dorrans, Nico Cranshaw, Cummings and Morales. So let's go into those in a little bit more detail. Wes Fondringham to start with. Not a bad goalkeeper really, to be brutally honest. Only 26, looks pretty good. James Taverner at right back. 2.6 million, 25, English. Looks pretty decent as well. Alright, Declan John on the other side. Some of you may recognise Declan John. Pretty sure he used to play for Cardiff. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right, Cardozo. Fabio Cardozo, Portuguese 23-year-old. Valued at 1.4 million. Not a bad little player. Right, this guy, Ross McCorry, looks decent. 19 years of age, 3 million. We've got a few good youngsters in the squad, which if I can keep, that's going to be the problem. Celtic might come in and the board might accept the deal, or they might offer a good price for him, but he looks like a good little player. His leadership's 15. I'm tempted to chuck him in as my captain straight away, Right, where are we? Jordan Rossiter, a player that I know quite well. Obviously ex-Liverpool lad. Never really cut it at Liverpool, but still young. It's 20. Deep line playmaker. I've got him set as a deep line playmaker for this as well. Right. Greg Doherty, another good young player, centre midfielder, Scottish, 20 years of age. See, I'm not a big fan of Scottish football. I used to like Inverness, Caledonian Thistle, a few years ago, but I was never like an avid supporter of Scottish football. I never realised how many good little young players there are about. People often slate Scottish football, but it's like people often slate the French league. However, France has got one of the best national teams, and a lot of those players, I know a lot of them have moved abroad to different clubs and what have you now, but you look at the likes of Kylian Mbappe, brilliant player. You look at the likes of Thomas Lemar, brilliant player. They got some really good players in their team, and the league's really good. Like if you look through, there's some good young up and coming players in that, in and around that French Ligue 1. So be careful before you slate the French and the Scottish leagues because they're quite strong. Right, Nico Cranchar, Harry Redknapp's favourite player in the world. Now I've got him there at the moment. He won't be staying there. Harry Forrester is currently unavailable, so he'll be slotting into that, but I can't put him in. So I'll put Cranchar in for a start. But not a bad little player. 81 Croatian caps, 32 years of age. He'll do a job for me. Then we have... I haven't gone to Graham Dorrans, have I? Graham Dorrans, ex-West Brom man. Pretty bang average, but he slots in there quite nice. Up front we have Alfredo Morelos. God knows. Colombian international. Oh, I say international. He's uncapped. 21 years of age, valued at 6.75 million. He's going to be a steal. I saw the value and threw him in straight away. He's still got a bit to go, but he's going to be another good young player. Maybe someone in a year that I can sell, get some good capital. Which would be quite nice. Then, scrolling down, on loan, Jason Cummins from Nottingham Forest, valued at 2.9 million. I quite like Jason Cummins, to be honest. He'll slot in there. We'll go through the bench. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I do apologise, guys, if I click on the wrong one. I don't know if my fat fingers in this game don't really work particularly well, so do bear with me. Right, Jack Alnwick. I don't know if that's supposed to be Jack. Well, he's English, so let's go Jack Alnwick. A good bog standard, substitute goalkeeper, really, what you expect, to be honest. Then we've got Lee Wallace, 29 years of age, Scottish, international, 1.6 million. Then we've got Lee Hodgson, not great. We'll get there. Now, Bruno Alves, I'm pretty sure that this is the Bruno Alves snap you in half fly kick player of Euro 2016. I think it was 16. Was it 2016? We chopped somebody in half. I can't remember who chopped in half. Next guy, Jamie Barones, or correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how I'm pronouncing that. 18 years of age. Another good one. Then we go for Ryan Jack, 25 years of age, deep line playmaker. Another good player who I was tempted to throw in to the first team. I think him and Graham Dorrans will rotate quite regularly. Then we have another striker, Eduardo Herrera, Mexican international. I think he will fit in quite nicely in with the team. Now, a lot of these other guys are transfer listed, so we won't actively go into them a lot. Apart from this one guy. Where is he? Let me find him. Oh, no. Where is he? Him. Glenn Middleton. £2.2 million value. Now, he's 17. I've decided to put him on loan. I don't think he's going to get a lot of game time. I'd quite like to sign another attacking midfielder, potentially. Some should say maybe I should keep him just in case he goes out, but I think if I can loan him to like a League Two Scottish team, or or even lower potentially, that he might get more game time for his development. So we're going to try that. To be honest, the rest of them aren't great. I've got a few loanies, a lot of them are on the transfer list, so I won't bore you, won't go into all of those. If you do want to see any though, just let me know and I'll bring them up. Now, team shape. If any of you did watch my Liverpool save, what made it really disappointing is that, so I was unbeaten. I don't know how far we got into the season, but I was unbeaten and I was enjoying that save quite well. So we'll try with this tactic and we might tweak it, we might mess with it. Obviously, two very different clubs, So I've gone for a control mentality. I was tempted to go counter and then thought a lot of the teams that we're going to be playing are going to be weaker than us. So if we're sat back and they're sat back, we're going to cancel each other out. So I've gone for control. A lot of tiki-taka play through the middle would be quite nice, as best that we can. I've gone for obviously a narrow width. We've got no one out on the wings. Now that might be our downfall. Especially with Celtic, I think, where they're going to play that wide position. So I will tinker with another tactic. Potentially, what I'll do in that situation is go to 3 at the back with 2 wing backs and drop the advanced playmaker back into central midfield. So we've got more control. And then probably switch it to counter and try and hit him on the counter. If we can get a result against Celtic, that's kind of what I'm going for in this series. I'm not expecting to win the league. Winning a league would be lovely. But their team is just, it's too good at the moment. And I've gone for expressive creative freedom. Excuse me. I like expressive. I always have expressive on. Then, defensively, gone for the balanced defence. I quite like a balanced defence. I don't particularly want to get caught on the counter over the top with a high defensive line. I've gone to close down all over. We really want to shut them out through the middle, win the ball back, and then hopefully get back into knocking it back in control. Tackling normal. Offside trap, no. Time wasting, no. Then attack. Gone for work the ball into box. Little passes into the box. Through balls from hopefully Harry Forrester, Graham Dorrans, somebody who can pick a pass. Jules and Ross is sat back. Try and find that ball. A mixed passing style. Pass and focus obviously in the middle, and goalkeeper distribution mixed. I'll often go short. That might be something that we might change. But a lot of this is going to be trial and error. We won't go into that, it's fine. Penalty takers is pretty bang average, there's no one special anyway. So, let's go and have a look at finances to start. Oof. So we're currently spending over our wage budget. I have put a lot of players on the transfer list. I want to keep the wage. I don't really want to be signing many players this season. A couple of loan players maybe. Maybe see if we can find a few gems. I'd quite like to keep within the wage budget, just for the first season, and then try and capitalise on that. I'd quite like to keep Stevie's job for the first season. Now, fixtures. So we are up in Europe. I didn't play the Bangor game. It was already there when I started it. So I think what we'll do for this game is we'll play the St Johnstone game, and then for the second game, we'll come back and we'll come back and do the Bangor City, and I'll go through some potential transfer targets that we might have. For a start, I just want to keep these episodes quite short. Maybe afterwards we'll do a couple more games. So we'll do St Johnstone game now, then I think we'll do the Bangor game, and obviously we'll come back for the Prem. then. So let's just skip on a minute and get to this thing. Let's keep an eye on Harry Forrester. Let's have a little look at him. I quite like Harry Forrester. I think he's quite a good player. Confirm. Yeah, let's go in. St Johnston. So, their team. Don't really know much about their team, to be honest. In a 4-4-2. See if we struggle. Right, it's John. Not the ball up. Watson. Rossiter picks it up. Dorrans. Oof. It's Alston. Cummings. Kerr. Watson. Alliston. We've had one shot on target so far. It's quite a slow game. 50-50 possession. Haven't even managed to... Oh, we've got a corner. Taverner. Doherty over the bar. Another corner. Taverner in. McCurry! What a goal from the youngster, the young centre-back, Ross McCurry, who I think is our captain. Thinking about it. I do apologise about my hair, guys. I need a haircut badly. I am going tomorrow. I've also had kidney stones as well. It's a nice bit of information for you there. So, half time. 5 shots, 2 on target. They've had 2 shots, none on target. Possession, we are winning it 52% to 48%. Pretty slow game. Not really much to whinge about to start with. Corner to them. Craig. Well away from Cardozo. Alston to Watson. They're getting down the wings quite easily, aren't they? I suppose it's going to be expected. Alston. Ball in. It's like Taverner. No. Right, they're coming back now with the... Oh, one back. Cummings! What was that from Cummings? Right, quickly. Dacdicos. Let's make some substitutions. Oh, Cummings. Cratchill's knackered as well. Who's played well? McCrory's played well. 2 centre-backs have played well. Rossiter seems to be cancelled out of the game quite a lot. Right. Let's go. Herrera. Cummins. And let's go that Baroness there. Where is he? Let's have a little look at him. Let's drop him down into centre midfield. Right, resume. Let's see how we fare now for the last 10 minutes. Doherty, Herrera. Herrera scores. He's just come on. Is it Herrera Morales going to be a starting? I'm pretty impressed. First game, 2-0. I know it's only a friendly. 8 shots, 3 on target. To their 4 shots, 2 on target. They had 1 clear-cut chance, which they squandered. Right. That's that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I do really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm sorry that it's taken so long for me to get back and start another series again. I also apologise if the quality is not great. Like I said, it is on my phone. I do try. Right, that's enough of me waffling on. Let's come back for this European Cup game. I'll probably edit this now, load it on YouTube, and then do another one straight off the back. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Please comment if you've got any ideas or anything for this series. Please like it if you think Steven Gerrard's going to succeed at Rangers this season. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Thanks for watching.